So this is week 11, right? Yeah, week 11. This is the end of week 11 today and tomorrow, that is. And so we're back at it, dynamic effort bench press. We're going from 6x3s, which we had done for the last 2 weeks, to 8x3. 170 was still moving pretty well with like a 0.80 average. So we're going to bump it up again, I think, because I'd be okay getting as slow as like 0.75. Maybe close to 0.7, but I'd rather keep it above 0.75. I feel like it's a very appropriate speed. And so anyway, with that being said, the OVR is hooked up to the bar, so we'll be able to measure our bar speed. If you didn't already know we were doing something like that. And then I have band tension on there as well to accentuate the speed of the rep. So you don't have this weird, like, really fast motion at the top and then a really slow motion at the bottom. You have this accommodating resistance where the speed is pretty much the same throughout the entire range of motion. And yeah, first couple reps are going to be slow, and then we'll gradually add some speed here. And then I'm looking at like 175 for our 24 total reps. But of course, that could be subject to change depending on how we feel today. But I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I am sore as fuck, by the way, from Tuesday, because that's the first time I like pushed it up to like 99% effort on those sprints. Fucking obliques, adductors, ass cheeks, fucking everything, bro. Oh my god, dying. Today I feel a little bit better. I'm still a little sore, but like expectedly sore. So hopefully, I don't really feel anything as we go through the barbell bench press. Probably some glute soreness, if anything. But anyway, enough yapping. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Bar first, and then I'm thinking I'll probably make a stop at 95, and then we'll go 135, and then I'm thinking like 155 into 175. I think that'll probably be how that goes. Again, subject to change. First couple are going to be slow, just because I'm still warming up a little bit here. I want to make sure everything feels good too. That'll speed it up a little bit. I changed my mind last second. Straight to 135 because we got 8x3 to do. I don't want to waste too much time nor energy doing warm-up sets, so we're just jumping straight into it. Little mini pause in between reps, just so I don't get too far ahead of myself too soon. I'm focusing on that just concentric power. The eccentric's pretty fast, but I'm slowing that down just a hair, and then just really focusing on pushing as hard as I can. So, all right, 155. This is final warm up. Final warm up. We're looking at here 0.83. Cool. So we're probably on track for 175. The hard part is probably going to be, you're going to see either slow initial sets and then we're finally potentiated, and then like the last like 4 will be really fast, or we'll potentiate earlier and then like the last 1 or 2 sets will be kind of slow. So regardless, I'm pushing that boundary to 0.75 just so we can get some additional load on there. My goal, though, with the additional load is to stay as close to 0.8 as possible. That's the goal. So if we can maintain our speed there, fucking awesome. All right, fellas. 175 on the bar. We got 8 sets of 3. Shouldn't be too bad. We're basically going to, again, try and hover at 0.8 meters per second. Ugh. And if we're a little slow today, well, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way and just man the fuck up and push harder. Ugh. I know that first one was probably slow, but that last one was 0.85. Let's take a gander here. If I go over to my app, I can actually see how slow any one of my reps were. Yeah, so number 1 was 0.76. Number 2 was 0.71. What the fuck happened on rep 2? And then rep 3 was 0.85. So a little bit of, you know, intra-set potentiation going on there. But regardless, we're going to see if we can keep the average as close to 0.8 as possible. So when you look at all 24 repetitions, at the end, the app is able to tell me like the average speed across all reps. And so that's what I'm looking at. And as long as that's 0.8, we're fucking chilling. So I keep an eye on the average as we progress. And rest times are going to be pretty short. We're looking at about like 45 to 60 seconds in between, which it's about time to go again. So I'm just going to leave the tape rolling, and hopefully we can clean it up a little bit. .83. Yeah, so literally all 3 of those repetitions, like literally all 3 of them were faster than all 3 of the first one. So it's already happening. So this is why like speed work, when it comes to this sort of thing, you can take a longer warm up to make sure you're there. But depending on how much volume you're doing, you don't want to wear out too fast. I feel like it's okay to potentiate mid-set, or not mid-set, but like if you're doing 8 sets total, like you potentiate at like set 4, and then the last 4 like super fast. I don't necessarily see a problem with that. So because you're getting more practice with the lift that matters, no matter what. So as opposed to using weights that are too light to notice anything. You know what I mean? So anyway, with that being said, short rest time. We'll get back at it. I know that first one was pretty slow, but then we recovered on the average, but that first one was slow. It's funny because it's like, I'm trying not to go so fast that like bar placement is like all over the fucking place. So it'll come with time. Ooh, slowing down a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh. I know the first one was pretty slow. Speed was kind of maintaining now. Like a little bit below where I wanted it to be, but it's fine. Oh. There we go. I sped it up that time. I ain't messing around. We got started here. If it's moving too slow, just try harder. Forehead. That's what I do. Just try harder. Oh. Ooh, a little slow. Yeah, last one was a little slow. We were at 0.71. So we got 3 reps left though. Let's bring it home. Hmm. 0.79. Let's go, baby. All right, guys. Medium grip pull-ups. We're going down to 3 from 4 last week. So we're going to do body weight for 3, and then I'm going to load a 45, and then I'm going to do 55 for 3 sets of 3. I feel like that should be sufficient. I was going to go straight from body weight to 55, which I might still do, but I feel like just a set at 45 just to kind of like establish like a good warm-up. I think I'd rather do. So with that being said, get to it. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, not too bad. I feel like I'm shrugging a little bit, but I'll just try harder on the next one. Tried to control that weight on the second rep because I noticed it kind of got away from me. Tried to lock it in with the legs. Not too bad. 2 more times, dude. Ugh. Ugh. Nice. Ugh. Ugh. Not too bad. Now, if you guys are curious, because I think I've talked about this before, the whole legs forward thing. Whoop. The whole legs forward thing, where you see the knees come forward in front of the chest. I actually recommend doing that because a lot of people try and do pull-ups straight-legged, like body straight line. And I understand the logic because people want to avoid kipping or whatever, but first and foremost, understand that kipping is purposefully like doing the worm in the air to get up over the bar. It's not what we're doing. We're pulling the hips up here. We lengthen the lats at the bottom, and it actually helps us obviously get more contractile force because from a longer starting position, you're able to contract more. So it helps produce more force to get up over the bar, but it's also conducive to a good abdominal brace. Because when you brace your abs, what happens to your legs? They're up here. So all we're doing is just kind of making sure that's locked in and pulling on the lats from the bottom, like where they attach to the hip. And up we go. So if you're not currently doing that, it'll probably feel awkward as shit the first time you do it. but just practice it and you'll notice your pull-ups feel way better. And you're not kipping, because you can watch it on video, you're not kipping. Like, I can kip for you guys and show you what it looks like versus what we were just doing. Two totally different things. But anyway, with that being said, we're gonna throw the seal row pad up here. We're gonna do our chest supported rows. We're doing 10, 8, 6 again. So I'm gonna max out on 10 with like 95, or at least get pretty close. And then we'll do 95 again for 8 and 6 reps and hopefully hit failure on either both of those so that the drop in reps becomes expected, or hopefully we at least hit failure on the last one, which is the 6. And if we don't, I might go for a little bit extra. But yeah, we're gonna set that up. I am using straps because my poor little hands are probably gonna need the help. We're gonna do one warm-up set though at 75. So we'll do 75, jump to 95. This last week I just started at 90 and I was like, ooh, buddy, a little heavy. So we'll do a warm-up set just so I can get used to the movement. And then afterwards, I think we're going straight into arm stuff after. No, we have some shoulder variations. Yeah, we have some shoulder rehab to do. Not like I'm injured, but like shoulder accessory stuff. And then arms at the end. So let's get to it. Just a few reps though. Ugh, to feel it out. It's easy 5. That feels heavy though. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. That actually feels fucking heavy. So we're gonna jump to 95 because fuck it. What am I gonna do? Go down? No. So 95 for 10, which is probably failure based off of how that felt. Probably failure. And then if it is failure, it's basically gonna be 2 drops, because we're gonna do a drop to 8 and then a drop to 6 at 95 the whole time. So rest times though are not gonna be drop set specific, because normally for a drop it's just immediate, right? Because you're dropping the weight and you're doing whatever. So in this case, that's not what we're doing. We're gonna do 95 for 10, and then it's gonna be like 75 to 90 seconds. And then we go again. Depending on how hard it is, I may push that up to 2 minutes. I don't want to, because it's a fucking chest supported row. You don't need to fucking rest that long. So I'm gonna try and keep it at 90, but it just depends on how it feels, dude, and how my hands hold up. Because even holding the 75, I was like, oh god. So with that being said though, I'm about to make this weight adjustment, grab some water, and then we're just gonna get right into it. Hopefully 10. We'll see. Trying to maintain that ROM. If you guys are curious why I'm taking such a long break, trying to make sure I get that same ROM every time. So, and again, a little bit of thoracic extension to help us get there. I thought I had 7. Oh. We are lateral raising, external at the time. Ooh. Shoulder burner, buddy. Woo. I didn't film the second one because similar to like the throws and stuff, it's the same shit. You know what it is. It's not that big of a deal. So you guys are seeing first and third here in the video. All right, well, let me put these up because I'm gonna have to do TRX stuff after. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Let me get the seal rope pad out of the way. TRX is going up. We got rear delt flies. Same deal. You're gonna see first and third set, first and last set, and then we got arm stuff after. Yeah, it's good enough. I'll adjust the camera. Two. Last one. Nice. God. Whew. All right, arm stuff. You got spider curls and the crossbody banded extensions. 2 sets, 8 to 12, somewhere in that range. Let's go. We're gonna superset these bad boys. I can't remember if that's what I did last week, but we're doing it this week. And I upped the weight a little bit. We went from 20 to 25. And the pad's a little higher to see if I can avoid hitting the fucking weight. Or hitting the pins, I mean. Woo. Oh. One more of those, dude. God. I'm gonna get off the mat this time. A little more resistance. Oh, we did it. Hell yeah. Well, I'm just gonna talk to you right here. That was a tough one, man. Tell you, even though the upper body days are like relatively easy, dude, with the scaling intensity and subtle increases in volume, fuck, man, shit's hard. But regardless, we got it done, and I am feeling pretty good. So hopefully tomorrow feels as good, if not better. Hopefully the soreness wears off by then. I'm a little nervous, dude. The groin, the adductors, is all still kind of sore. So luckily though, tomorrow's the flies. So like it's the buildups into the flies. So like there's a little bit of a governor on how hard we're able to sprint. So, but even then, like even if it wasn't the case with that, like just like we do everything else, like there would have been a auto regulation occurrence where I'm just like, hey, I'm sore shit. I just can't run that hard. It is what it is, dude. But anyway, I'm excited to get some more timed runs in because I still have to practice with the stopwatch. I probably should have started using it a little earlier, but you know, whatever. Fuck it. Um, with that being said, I mean that's all I really got, man. We're cruising. Week 12 is on its way here. Like, dude, this is a fun block, man. I'm really looking forward to next year's sprint block, but I'm also looking forward to the rest of this year's training. We hit some pretty big numbers, like lifetime milestones last year, so I'm really looking forward to hitting some more this year. Uh, so, anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.